All right, so this is just a look. It's on bar replay mode. This is the hourly time frame. This is just kind of the 8 a.m. candle close coming into today, just so we can get a clear picture on what my overall bias was, and then we can look where I took my two trades. So as you can see here, this is ES we came right down. There was a monthly fair value gap on ES and NQ, which we tapped into and we saw a violent reaction out of it. So given this posture, really what I was hoping to see on market open was for price to come down and mitigate a lot of this some of these hourly fair value gaps. We had 4 hour fair value gaps. We had a lot of reason for price to retrace. We also had new day opening gaps, and really just see how we react once we do push down in here, kind of staying in that top 50% of the range, and then just looking for an entry to continue to continue back up to these highs. So let's take a look at my first trade. So my first trade was just that. So as you can see, here's the large sell-off on NQ. I marked out these 2 fair value gaps here, and this gray shaded area is a 15-minute inversion. So what I wanted to see was strength through both of these, and then aiming, I wasn't going to go all the way back to all-time highs. I just wanted to come back up into this unmitigated liquidity. And really what I was looking for was just to see some sign of strength. And we got it with this candle. And unfortunately, this trade did not work out. And a reason it didn't work out is, and this I have to remind myself of this, so when we have an aggressive sell-off like this at market open, like really a momentum-driven sell-off without much pullback, typically what we see is we very rarely see a V-shaped recovery from here. Typically what we see, and this is a great example today, is just to wait, because we'll see an initial burst back. Often we'll get a second leg, which will either come down, take this low once again, and then go, or else we'll create a higher low and then go. But very rarely, like if you take this first initial pump off the reversal, so often you get stopped out, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened. This rolled over. And right here, so this is now, if you look here at this 5-minute fair value gap, this is a trade you want to be looking at for an inversion of this. That is the trade you want to be taking. This is far higher probability, and that's the trade I did take on much reduced size. So that's what I got. So not only on ES was showing to be the more bullish asset. So as you can see, NQ came all the way down here, ES did not. So on the closure of this candle here, I took my entry with massively reduced size, but I was going for a plus 4R return. So I got my entry right here, and as you can see, we ripped the whole way up to the highs. And we're continuing to do so. It's extremely bullish sequence. Extremely bullish. And we're looking here, we're coming at the market's about to close. We're at 350. Again, this basically brought me back to just about positive for the day. Another thing worth noting as well is we're also seeing a lot of this, where there was an awesome trade at open. If you look at NQ here, we came up, swept prior day's high, and just that in the morning AMs, we're just not seeing a lot of places to get in a trade. This was the trade. If you're going to take an AM trade, this was the trade. Typically, I don't trade before 9:45, but I'm going to have to adjust that if I do get something as high probability as this. And this is A+++. Why is it? We have an SMT with NQ here. Right here, we've got a BPR. And this candle closed with massive momentum through prior day's high. So this trade here, and you can leave your stop here and targeting entry here, stop above here, targeting Asia lows. This is an awesome trade. And look, it just goes instantly to where you want it to go, but there's no chance to get in on it. So given that we've had so many New York market opens where this is happening, I am going to get on my computer a little earlier just because conditions have changed. We're just seeing massive bursts of volatility on the open, and as I said, you just can't get in on the trade. It just moves so fast without you. So I will be changing that a little bit going forward. Again, it should be very rare I do take those trades, but if you get something as clean as this, you take it all day, every day. And then if you don't get it, again, these conditions are really, really, really starting to pick up. Like this is also the trade I took. Here, this is an awesome, this is still a reversal trade, but it's very high probability given that the higher time frame is so bullish. This is a great, great trade. So nice way to finish out the week, and honestly finish out the month. Like this month I was a negative month for me, down almost 3R. And I like honestly, like you should, I don't judge myself purely off like P&L. It's a horrible way to judge your performance. Really what I look at is, did I adapt to conditions this month? Yes. My big thing I wanted to do this month was have as many no trade days as possible, given that the conditions were not prime for my model, and I achieved that. I wanted to get over 35% of days no trade days. I did get that number. The trading days I did take, most of them were with half size. Well, my win rate was abysmal. I think it was only like 30% this month. I really mitigated a lot of damage. You know, I think a lot of traders that trade similar to me had red months, as did I, but I really did protect my downside massively, and the conditions just weren't there for my model. Are conditions looking like they're about to pick up? Hell yeah. Let's just take a look at how this week is going to close out. As you can see here, here's our weekly close, which is going to be awesome. So we came down, here's ES, took 1, 2, 3, we took this was a major point of concern, was the no wick on this candle here. That has now been mitigated, and we're closing with momentum. Same thing here, we came down and took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks lows have now been taken with a bullish reaction, and it looks like we're going to get, I believe this is called like, it's a doji anyway, people have different names for them, but this is a classic reversal pattern. So things are looking up, because if you actually look at the daily here, if we can manage to close through this daily fair value gap, we have so much resting liquidity up here that it could be setting up for an awesome end of year and hopefully a great August. Like, it'd be great to see, after such lackluster price action at the end of June and into July, we kind of are overdue some decent price action now, and this range now that we've taken all these lows, it would be appropriate to start to see some expansion. So fingers crossed we get some better price action. This is a really positive close to the end of the week. So yeah, it looks like better times are ahead.